There's no way to get it anymore. And there's no shortcut for it either. Which is supremely sad. We need the hydrogen peroxide now. Peroxide. Filter of anthraquinone from liquid nitrogen, aromatics, and chromium in a rectisol. So, rectisol and filter, huh? Rectisol and filter. Also, what is it really used for? Might look slightly different than last time. It looks slightly different from last time, and the reason why is because, as it turns out, this entire time, I had been manually set to, like, version 1.4.4 of what is it really used for. We're on, like, 1.5 dot whatever now. Like, I don't even know what the actual number is for what is it really used for. It is 1.5.12. 1.5.12. I was on 1.4.4 or something like that. It was a while ago. There were several updates. And the only real reason why is because the only real reason why I even noticed is because what is it really used for broke. It broke in like V13, 14, something like that. One of these versions broke it, and I was like, why isn't it fixed yet? Oh, it is fixed. I just am not using the update for it. Oops. It was causing a crash when you actually click on the thingies on the search. Something about an icon. Yeah, that's a thing. I apparently need even more kickalk for my fiber. Hum. I have apparently gone through my excess kickalk. Must have more at some point. Will need more. More. So, rectisol. You there. Bring me. Autosave. Bring me a rectisol. That one. I wish it wouldn't default to infinity. Just, by the way, Factorio devs, I wish it would not default to infinity. It should default to the min. I'm pretty sure most people are going to prefer to have min 10, max 10, for example. They'll want their max equal to their min the vast majority of their time. And if you want infinity, you can move the thing to infinity. I can see that as, like, the least common thing. A lot of these say infinity just because it's the default, and I didn't bother changing it to only keep 50, only keep 50, only keep 50, only keep 50, only keep 5, only keep 5, etc. And it should actually default to 0, 0. That is what this should be set to on this request. It should default to 0, 0. And then it should be like, okay, let's put in 10, and then this should say 10. So that if I want to trash slot something, I could just be like, checkmark, it's already there. I don't need to touch anything for it to auto-trash everything of a thing. No, instead, in order to actually auto-trash something, you have to set this to 0 and that to 0. Like, what? No. No, that sounds like a terrible idea, and I need filters. Filters. And then when you select an item, it freaking does this as well. It puts it at the default, it puts the default min to a stack. Ay, stuff, things. Improvements must be made to the behavior. Yeah, you have to actually click the check mark for it to update as well. By the way, in case you didn't know, this is all of the fluids that exist in Pie Suite and vanilla. Like, in case you were wondering, this is all of the fluids. All of the fluids. This is all of the fluids. In case you wanted to know what all of the fluids were, this is all of the fluids that exist. Apparently, chelators are fluid. I didn't know that. I thought they were solids. They're apparently fluids. So hey, there we go. We've learned something new on this day. Apparently, chelators are a fluid. Yeah, they're a fluid. Okay. And we can see that, yes, these condensates and condensed distillates, these are fluids. What else is, like, sort of not greatly apparent? Fluid slash gas. I mean, gas is technically fluid too, but eh. We're getting a little bit too technical at that point. So yeah, that's the fluids. Oh yeah, speak of barrel and unbarrel recipes. I think they exist here. Yeah, all the barrels exist. Yay, there's your there's your rainbow of barrels that you can request on this screen. Anyway, so filter, which I should have now. Most of the fluids I need here actually are over, like, in this general vicinity, like the liquid nitrogen. So I'm going to do this, like, over here. Okay, you there are the hydrogen peroxide from the anthraquinone, which is from these guys. Liquid nitrogen, aromatics, and chromium. You make 1667. You, of course, filter more than that. Just because. Just because you need to filter more than what one of these produces. Just, you know, casual. Let's require it to filter more. More. More is more. Alright, LN2. Wherefore art thou? You are there. You can't be there anymore. You will officially be here. That's where you'll be. That's where you will live now. Glorious LN2. Just add thingies. Just add some glorious chromium. And power. Power's good. Power's pretty nifty to have. And you just need the nickel plates added. Have all of the nickel that you could ever desire. And power. Power is awesome. And hey, we've got hydrogen peroxide. It exists. It is existent amounts of hydrogen peroxide. Let's bring it over now. It stretches all the way across. I'm happy. I'm happy when things stretch how far I need them to stretch. That is moving. The phosphoric has yet to arrive. I'll point this out again. Why have we yet to arrive? Have I screwed up again? Have I managed to screw this up again? And if so, how? By not having an outlet for the hydrogen chloride. Yep. I have not provided a way of clearing out the hydrogen chloride. Of all the things to forget to do, I didn't add a way to get rid of the excess hydrogen chloride. What a problem to have. Too much hydrogen chloride. I can't believe it. That is certainly a problem that we now have to go back and fix. Die. Die, rocks! Die, horrible deaths. I can mine that one myself. Get out. You. Fluid or gas? Let's play the game of, is it a fluid or is it a gas? Let's say it's a fluid. It is a fluid. It is officially a fluid. Sometimes you can't tell whether you're dealing with something that is aqueous versus gaseous. Sometimes in the pie suite, you can't really tell if something is aqueous versus gaseous. That went about as well as I expected it to. As did that. Have I mentioned that we are going to slowly be upgrading our pipes? Have I mentioned that the pipes will be slowly upgraded over time to be our most recent versions available to us? Eventually, every pipe is going to be a multi-purpose pipe. So, I could really use the phosphoric acid. Is it on its way? It's on its way. It's on its way. Where's our train? There it is. We've got the acid. It's happening. Things shall move. Things are moving. Etching solution is happening. Etching is happening. Yay. We've got it. All I need now is to get formaldehyde brought in. Yeah, it's like so much for having the phosphoric acid be done. So much for considering it done. I've got stretch. We're going to stretch this out, bring it all the way over here. I've got these things known as tholins powering my production of the glorious formaldehyde. Now, that is highly unfortunate spacing. Yay. Give me formaldehyde. All of it. All of it! So now we have circuit 2, PCB2s, I should say. But now we have the PCB2s. We officially have PCB2s. Which means we officially have... We officially have neuroprocessors now. And we officially have Pi Science. Wow. So all that's left here is putting it in a chest. There's our non-zero amounts of PCB2s. That shall fly and be delivered here. We have non-zero neuroprocessors. Neuroprocessors, yep. That's right. Non-zero amounts of these. So now all we need to do is like have a building making Pi Science. You know, that stuff. That glorious stuff. Just have a building using the neuroprocessors. There you go. And making the Pi Science. We need to make the science. Make the science. Bring it to me. I'm pretty sure I have all of these things. Pretty sure I've got all of these things now. There it is. There it is. First cycle. First cycle of the Pi Science. It's all going to be stolen away and taken over to animals. Not even to make science. It's going to be taken out here to do these jute DNA samples and all the other samples that require Pi Science. I think it's the Arthurians. Oh my god, we have Arthurians. We're going to have non-zero amounts of Arthurians moving. We can't actually do anything with them quite yet. We need to pick up some tech to make that happen. But guess what? We totally can pick up the tech to make that happen now. So, yeah, a whole bunch of techs just opened up. Just by the way. A whole lot of tech is now available. I need another row. I need another row. I need more. I need more belt. Things. First person to make Pi Science live. Well, thank you, Pyadon. I'm pretty sure that I'm the first person to make a lot of things live in the Pi Suite. Just gonna throw that out there. Pretty sure I'm the first person who's done a lot of this stuff live. But definitely the Pi Science is one of the bigger ones here. So, yes, stuff things. I need to find a thing to request Pi Science in. I need to adjust stuff, don't I? It's better to do this on the bottom. This needs to move. This also needs to not exist anymore. Not there. 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 And there. So I won't need to do anything with this until, purple? Or until after purple? to get a line for, utility in space? I think? Yeah. Alright. We're also gonna do, like, that type of thing and do this. So, pi science. Yeah, this stuff. All of it. You could apparently only request 10,000 versus, like, 50k of the other stuff. I guess it has a different stack size. But yeah, it exists. It's being used for, like, actual animals at this point, but hey, we've done the thing. We have done the thing with the neuroprocessors. Of course, the PCB2s are going to be the limiting factor here because of what reason? Of course, fiberboard. I totally don't have the fiberboard being sent to the actual bus, am I? Yeah, I have the treated wood here, and fiber. I don't actually have the fiberboard here on any line. Not a single line is the fiberboard. Where am I making the fiberboard? It should be relatively close. There it is. It exists. I've got a whole thingy of it. Slash some of it. Because it's slowly getting raw fiber. I need more raw fiber. That's next. Just, you know, more raw fiber would be highly, highly ideal. If I really have to, I'll actually use my reds. I don't think that's even a red distance. Is that a red distance? No, that's definitely not a red distance. But this is 2 yellows. Concentrating, concentrating, concentrating. That's a red, right there. That's gonna need more than a red. Why? Why we do this to me? Why you do this? Why you do this to me? Okay, this. Getting around this. Oh boy. Well, I have my answer. I have an answer. We may or may not like the answer, but I have the answer. It's a little odd, but it will work. Because I'm not actually using these lines anymore. Yeah, not actually using these. So, and I am auto trashing like almost all the things. We need to. What? See, this is the problem. Please do not default to infinity on something I want to auto trash. Hmm. Alright. Do this thing here. And then get the line drawn. There we go. Now we have some source of this at the cost of, you know, my circuit ones. Oh boy. Now we have a more consistent supply of pi science. We're not even working on a tech that'll give me pi science. We're working on a airplane. Do I want to keep going on the airplane or try to pick up something of, you know, actual value? So, yeah. What do I want? Of all of the things which exist, what do I want? What would be of value? I really don't know. To be completely honest, I really don't know. Those are purple text down there. I can pick up anything with pi science required. Maybe getting extra gas bladders and picking up these beautiful, beautiful thingies. Yeah, I think I want these beautiful thingies. That sounds good. What are the manure, manure, manure? No, no, and no. Like nah, nah, and nah. Not gonna happen. Sorry. Anything involving manure on Kickalk is not going to happen. So those don't exist as recipes. Food stage 2? Maybe. Maybe not. Ooh, hello. Better bedding recipe. That might be useful. If I ever use a bedding recipe. But I see manure, manure, and manure for Grodd, and that would be a hard no. Not until after manure is better balanced, which is happening. By the way, it seems Immortal is working on balancing manure output, so that would be good. That would be great. Having that be actually somewhat reasonable to use or to do. Because that is the limiting factor for why I don't want to use a lot of the more advanced recipes in general. Is that the manure output is simply too low. It's just too low. Like it making the manure is okay. It's the actual numbers that are output are far too low for what they cost at the moment. But that will ideally change. That will ideally be changing. Let's see. Biotech 3 unlocks purple and yellow. We have Vat Brain yellow. Interesting. We have Vat Brain yellow. Huh. I mean, it's special small parts for both of these. That's the if you want to know the limiting factor for making purple science, it's the special small parts that's required there. Can't do anything until special small parts, sadly. But I think I will unlock this tech. I think I will unlock this tech to give me the assisted embryology and actually be able to do stuff with Arthurians and Xenos. How does that sound? Actually being able to use the Arthurians and Xenos? Oh my god, that would be great. To actually be able to use the things that I have access to at the moment. Yes, stuff has changed. Stuff has changed since starting this playthrough. By the way, what's making lard? That's meat. There's the lard. There's the lard. I'm like, where's my lard? Right. There it is. So, next, we can begin to move on from this. My voice just died. Briefly. Big, like, sharp pain. Sharpness in the throat. Next, from here, is obviously going to be Circuit 2s. I think Circuit 2s are the next item on the agenda. That would be the plan. Circuit 2s. Now, frankly, we've got the vast majority of the things that we need to set up Circuit 2s. In fact, we've already got the PCB 2s for the Circuit 2s. Like, that is definitely progress towards our Circuit 2s. It's not actually called Circuit 2 in the code. It is, these. Yeah, these things. So, what are we missing from Circuit 2s that we absolutely need? What is the work involved going forward now that we have PCB 2s as well? So we've got that. We've got solder. And we've got the ability to make most of this other stuff. We've got the Circuit 1s. We've got optical fiber. We need batteries. That is the biggest thing left that we need. We need batteries. We also need the doped silicon, so we need to be able to make silicon wafers as well. So we need to make silicon wafers so that we can make the various 3 different kinds of doped silicon that we need to make these other things. And we also need a consistent supply of iron oxides for ferrite for the diodes. I think. Is it not the diodes? No, it's not the diodes. It's the, microchips? What is it? The something uses... What? What uses the ferrite again? I completely forgot. I have completely forgotten what uses the ferrite. Which one of these random things uses the ferrite? It's the inductor 2s. Excuse me. So yeah, this needs very expensive things. Very expensive things for those. The capacitors we can just make at this point. The transistors, again, we need these various different types of doped silicon. The light N, heavy N, and light P. This has changed. This used to just say P-doped silicon, and then there was a heavy P-doped silicon. But yeah, zinc acetate and wafers. We have the other two, but the zinc acetate, the acetic acid, this is all new type things. So we've still got some work to do here. And remember, transistors used to be required for those neuroprocessors as well. So, yeah. Some work involved. But by far, the heaviest amount of work is going to be involved with making rayon. Rayon, rayon, rayon. Our good old friend rayon. We have sulfuric acid, we have ammonia, and means to make them. We have fiber, and we do technically have urea. Have I actually put... Yeah. I do technically have a chest with some urea in it here at my main mall. So, I'll be able to make this from stuff I have available at my mall.